Hello, everyone, and welcome to this important discussion. So, today in this session, we are going to talk about a very concerning issue, that is Delhi's pollution crisis. The air quality index has reached dangerous level, and the government has implemented GRAP Stage 3 to tackle the present situation. And in this session, we'll try to understand what is GRAP, GRAP, and how it works, and the steps being taken to control the pollution. So, let's get started. Now, if you see Delhi's alarming pollution level, once again, if you see in the Delhi is actually in the headlines, if you see all the newspapers because of the severe pollution level. So this year, the situation has become very critical, and according to QAir, that's a global air quality monitoring organization, Delhi ranks among the most polluted cities in the world. And if you see on November 14th, the AQI in Delhi hit a shocking 447, and placing it in the severe category. So the alarming level of pollution has prompted immediate action under the graded response action plan. That's what GRAP. Now let's get into the details of what is GRAP. Okay, so GRAP, as I told you, it's the graded response action plan, and it's a step-by-step framework designed to combat pollution based on its severity. Now let's see how it is actually working. There are different stages, and there are four stages. If you see for AQI, air quality index, between 200 and 300, that's moderate to poor. And if you see AQI between 300 to 400, that is very poor. And for AQI between 400 to 450, that's severe. That's what we were talking about now. So the Delhi situation is actually severe. And if you see it's above 450, that's a stage 4, that's severe plus emergency. So we are very close to 450, right? So that's why this is very severe and very alarming and very critical, and it's an emergency, close to emergency situation. So each stage, imposes specific restrictions, basically aiming at reducing the pollution. With air quality index now in the severe category, GRAP stage 3 has been activated to curb the pollution at this point of time. Now, what will happen under GRAP stage 3? See, guys, this includes several restrictions to limit the pollution. Firstly, that will be related to construction activities. So, like all non-essential construction and demolition work to be banned at this point of time. So that's what comes under GRAP stage 3. Related to construction activity, if it is non-essential, then it will be banned. And again, if you look at transport of materials like sand and cement is restricted to prevent the dust particles from worsening air quality. So the transportation which are related to the sand and cements are restricted. Now, if you look at the vehicle restrictions, older petrol vehicles like if you see BS3 or below, and diesel vehicles BS4 or below are banned, and non-CNG, non-electric, and non-BS6 buses from other states cannot enter Delhi. So non-CNG, non-electric, and non-BS6 buses from other states cannot enter to Delhi. So these are the vehicle restrictions. Now, if you look at the public transport enhancements, Delhi Metro has increased its daily trips by 60 to, encourage people to use public transport instead of private vehicles, and thereby reducing the pollution. Now, again, when it comes to school closure, the physical classes for students up to grade 5 has been shifted to online to reduce children's exposure to harmful pollutants. Okay, so these are the measures. So I have discussed already about the construction activities, like all non-essential construction and demolition work to be banned. And then transportation of like sand and cements has been restricted. And then vehicle restriction also we have discussed, and public transport enhancement like Delhi Metro, and then school closure up to grade 5, it has been shifted to the online mode. Now, why pollution is so severe at this point of time? The current crisis is driven by several factors. We need to look at that. Stubble burning, traffic emissions, and weather conditions all contribute. So if you see farmers in neighboring states from Punjab, Haryana, they continue to burn crop residues and releasing massive amount of pollutants into the air. Now you can comment me below what kind of pollutant will be coming out. Okay, so and again, when it comes to the traffic emissions, Delhi's high vehicular traffic again contributes significantly to the worsening of air quality. And if you look at the weather condition, the falling temperature and low wind speed trap pollute the pollutants, the particles close to the ground, and that again making the air quality even worse. Now, how this is actually affecting the health? If you see AQI, air quality index, exceeds 400, even healthy individuals start experiencing health issues. It can cause breathing problems, and you experience significant breathing difficulty. Even very healthy individuals also. So again, increased risk of respiratory and cardiovascular diseases. Again, very important. We cannot ignore that. Again, greater harm to vulnerable groups like children and elderly. So that's the reason why, if you see, the schools up till grade 5 has been shifted to online to prevent the exposure to these pollutants and the particles. So this make the pollution control not just an environmental issue, but it's also a very serious public health emergency situation, because now you are in the severe stage and you are about to cross that emergency mark also. Now, the question is, what can residents do in this situation? See, tackling pollution requires everyone's effort. It's not only about the government effort. So there are some steps that the citizens also need to make. Guys, all these things I'm explaining because you can add all these in your answer. The pollution related essay can be asked, general studies can be asked. Okay. So first thing, use of the public transport and avoid private vehicles, and use metro or public transportation, buses whenever possible. So reduce that emission through the use of public transports. Then again, limit the outdoor activities, like avoid outdoor exercises, especially in the morning or evening when pollution levels are the highest. It will help you also to get affected from this pollutants and these particles. Again, avoid burning fuels. Not only about vehicles I'm talking about. Don't burn coal or wood or other materials like that can contribute to air pollution. So avoid burning these, and then promote awareness. Again, very important, encourage your community to adopt to eco-friendly practices. So guys, I'm listing out it as points so that you can remember and you can write it down if you get a question. Okay. Now, what the government is doing? As I've already told you, apart from the GRAP measures, government also have to do certain things, and the government is also doing it, sprinkling water on roads to reduce the dust. So dust is there, so when you keep sprinkling water, then what will happen, that dust particle will settle down, so that will reduce the dust. And again, running awareness campaign about the pollution control and its dangers. And again, allowing critical projects like metro construction and healthcare facilities to continue under strict supervision. These are essential works, right? Because healthcare facility, metro construction, so these are something which need to be done. Under GRAP 3, I have told you non-essential things to be stopped, but these are essential, but still it need to be done under very strict supervision. Now, Delhi Metro has also increased the number of trips that I have already mentioned to make public transport more accessible, and that will reduce dependency on private vehicles. Now, guys, Delhi pollution, if you see this, there's a crisis which is very serious challenge that demand immediate and sustained effort from both authorities and the public. And I told you what authorities are doing, what steps have been taken, what the public can do, right? GRAP stage 3 is a necessary step. That's a procedure that we have discussed. But long-term solution, is that the long-term solution? It's just for preventing the immediate emergency situation. What's a long-term solution? Like stricter emission norms, better urban planning, and technological advancements. That's very much essential and vital. So we all need to take that responsibility and work together to create a cleaner and healthier environment. So I told you already about the importance of public awareness. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoy the session. In case if you have any questions, you can comment below.